are back in Way of the Hunter on a Nez Perce. I did a introductory video, 1 or 2 videos ago, maybe 3, about all the new players sort of joining in the Way of the Hunter because the game went on a bit of a sale, so the timing worked out really well there. But it inspired me because when you start the game, you start with Grandpa's 30-30 rifle here, and not soon after you get the 243. But I thought it would be neat just to sort of take the starter setup out, the 30-30, with the little starter 7 times zoom scope, just to see what the 30-30 can do. If you're sort of new to the game and wanted to hunt right away without unlocking the 243, or maybe you got the 243 and like the 30-30 a lot and just want to see what it can do. So we're going to take it out and do a bit of a hunt here. I'm thinking starting, I mean, the 30-30 is a tier 4 rifle. It's not very strong at all, but it can be used for all sorts of game. It'll struggle when you get up to the bear and things like that, but it can handle large animals, even like moose. But it's certainly good for the badgers, wolves, foxes, things like that. But just to see what it can do, because it can handle all those smaller animals. So I think maybe we'll start with some whitetail hunting. Maybe try to get an elk, and then probably a moose, something like that. Maybe try and work our way up. I don't think I'll take on a bear. A bear can be a little frustrating, but if we run into a bear, maybe we'll take a shot at one of those. Okay, so what we've done is fast travel to one of the many fast travel locations out on the map here. And the one we are pretty much in the middle. We're out in what's called Thorn Springs Highland Forest. And I want to check on a whitetail herd. It's this guy right here. It is 12:43. They should still be drinking. They drink until about, 3, but they start leaving their zones at about 2 o'clock. So we've got a bit of a time. 1 o'clock. And then every hour is 15 minutes. So we got about almost 20 minutes to track these guys down before they start changing their location. They drink here, and they drink down here by this little badger. But I don't know which one is their often zone, so we're going to do a quick jog over here. We're going to have to check the wind direction to see what in the world's going on. And how's the wind? The wind's okay there. Wind's pretty heavy to the left. The thing with the 30-30 is the wind pulls the shot quite a lot. If we open this up here, put hunter sense on, we got a 9.5 meter per second crosswind. And at about a range, what's that, 200 meters almost? You can see it's even at 200 meters, it's pulling about like a foot to the left. And that's just over 200 meters. So you take longer shots with it, the wind really likes to carry it. So the 30-30 in this game is a close range rifle. Just doesn't have much oomph to it, but it is a fun rifle to use because you got 7 rounds. I think you have the magazine ready to go, and it's lever action, so it's pretty fast to follow up with. But it's a challenging rifle to use. So they give you this rifle at the start of the game, and it's an awfully challenging rifle for a beginner to start with. So definitely switch to the 243 as soon as possible. But even the 243 is a challenging rifle for a beginner. But 243 is definitely better in every single category, pretty much. But yeah. Anyways, those are the rifles you start with. Let's just see what the 30-30 is capable of. I've done videos like this in the past, but I haven't done one in a while. And we want to take a look at it. So yeah, I think in whitetail, elk, and moose maybe. We'll see how it goes. And I haven't been up here in a while. I remember this lake. Some mule deer come down here to drink. I wonder if they're there. Get distracted already from my goal. And a bear comes up here too. Usually mules are drinking right here, but they are not here today. They have gone somewhere else today to play. Yep, they're over here then. Okay, that's no problem. Bunk. Nobody else drinking up here? I remember this lake because this was one of the first lakes I found when I started playing the game. Nez has a way for people remembering the different areas of the map when they first encounter them. You've done a pretty good job with it. I do remember this one because I climbed up this north side here, and then I came up and I'm like, oh, I came down from over here, not seeing any animals on the way, of course, because there's barely any animals up that way. Like there's like nothing here. I'm like, wow, I can't find anything. Then I found this lake and a tower, and I hung out there for a while, and I still didn't see anything. But I've hunted it since, and yeah, though the mule deer, I think they sit up here. I think they got a rest or a feed zone up here, actually, since I'm getting distracted already. Yeah, I grabbed this right just a second ago. What was this again? Oh yeah, Rocky Mountain elk. Yeah, you'll see them, and then I thought the mule will sit up here. Maybe not. Oh well. Oh, look at that. Maybe we get to try an elk already. I want to see these whitetail though. Elk, 330 meters out. Let's try to play the game of land. Little blue arrow on the spot. Here. Well, not bad, not bad. He's 330, a bit to the... Whoops. A bit to the right, so about here. Close enough. Alright, well let's try the 30-30 on elk right away then. And then shift over to the whitetail. As it turns out, there is a elk herd over this hill, and it's a steep way down. We should be coming out to look over on top of them. Had to go this route because of the wind. The wind's going that way, but I was had to swing around here. We got some fox calling as well. 30-30 is definitely good for the fox. Let's see how it does with elk, maybe. This is going to be an awkward kind of shot. There. And they alerted me. Alright. So this is going to be a little tricky. I'm going to have to sit still for a second. Let them calm down a bit. And just as a little side tip there, once they've calmed down, you need to not move even more because there's this little alert meter in the background that even if they're not alert anymore, it still has some alertness to the animal. So to let the alertness die right down, whoop, you gotta, even when they drop their alertness, you gotta sit still. So the alert meter popped back up again. It pops back up when the alert meter gets about 50% or so. And on the hiker difficulty, which I recommend if you're new to the game play with, they drop pretty fast. We got a 5-star elk. There you go. Bam. Oh, where's Barry? Barry here? Yep. Not scripted. Not scripted. Seriously. Just walking along. Singing a song. Making a video. And, like, hey, let's check out these elk over here, the 30-30. So, what do we got for wind? I don't want to mess this up now. Look at the little gap, and I'm not ready for this gap shot here. Wind heavy left, was it 150? Yeah, I'm not ready for it. I don't trust these sticks. Do I trust these sticks? I do not trust these sticks at all. Jeez, can it knock that lung? No, I'm gonna double him, but... Oh, and River's gonna die. No, he doesn't die. Oh, he's gonna die now. Yeah, of course, River died. So, that's kind of what not to do. Yeah, a 5-star elk. Now, we knew where he was, so we should be able to track him down again. Back to the lodge we go, and we're going to be zipping back over there, see what that hit did. So I just want to sort of demonstrate what the 30-30 could do with the elk, but definitely sidetrack now, because now I'm just focused on getting the 5-star elk, so that's what we'll do. Basically, I wanted a nice broadside for the elk, but that sort of overlooking position, sort of more like a advanced spot, but the shot wasn't so much. It was pretty much broadside though, so should still be a pretty good example. You definitely don't want to hit that leg bone with the 30-30. But yeah, we got to find that hit. So I'll just be a second to find that. So I've come back to the location of the hit, and the elk are here. So I bet you The fast travel made them teleport, did it? I wonder. Are they here? Yep. So that's a thing in the game. Oh, the wind. I didn't think they were gonna be here. But so in the game right now, if you fast travel, it'll teleport them back to their need zone. So I guess that's one way to find them again. Now, I'm okay with the wind, because the wind will relocate them. Is the big guy here, though? I don't see him. Maybe he is down. You're not that big, are you? No. Alright. So, they smell me. Not really going anywhere. I'm okay with spooking them because I want to see the blood, because he might not even be there anymore. Okay, so I'm not too concerned if I spook them or not, because I can just find them again. I'm more worried about what the blood was, because I mean, he might be off in this direction or something. It doesn't look like he's in there. And where was the hit? I don't really see the blood mark. So these guys, they caught my scent, so they're all gonna leave. Yeah, he's not there. Alright, so maybe the 30-30 did the job. So the goal now is to find where the hit was. Ah. Alright, we did it. 30-30. Doing the job. Now, where'd he run to? Hopefully all that fast traveling didn't glitch him out or something. Alright, this is going to take a second to find him. Alright, we've located the elk down at the little pond where the whitetail are supposed to be. So I was hoping they were here and we could just do a shot, but looks like it's not going to be the case. They're probably moving on to the rest zone, so I might be missing them. But anyways, let's focus on the big 5-star elk here. Another one for the lodge. I'm going to say he's not the biggest of the 5-stars, though. I'm thinking they get bigger than that. So I'm gonna guess like 460 or something. Could be way wrong. But let's see what the 30-30 did for damage. Take a look. Left lung knockout, mostly cavity. So really relying on the cavity. It hit the rib bone, which is not ideal. And coming down from a... See, normally the shot's going to be like horizontal in. So this is not a typical shot you will encounter. But looks like it's typically the same. I thought maybe there'd be more flesh up top. And maybe, but not really. So it looks like that shot's about the same as what you'd encounter from a broadside. There's a shot there. Yeah, hitting the rib cage, it's impossible to dodge that. It's just hopefully you don't hit it, but even with hitting it, the cavity damage was enough to knock out that lung. So 30-30 still has a good, decent amount of cavity damage. You'll see the rifle that's closest to it is the 223. And the 223 actually has more joules, but is a tier lower rifle. But it doesn't have the cavity damage of the 30-30. 30-30's got much more water cavity damage to it. And you can see it doing the work here, as it did 55% of the damage onto the lung, where the penetration never would have knocked it out. So, that is the 30-30, taking out a tier 6 5-star elk at 99.75%. So this has got me concerned, because he probably had another year to live. He did, yeah, it's 471. Well, so much for that. So much for that. He would have been pushing that 498, 497 or something trophy. Darn. Can't win them all, though. Can't win them all. Alright, we're going to taxidermy him anyways. Bloop. And we will shake off that excitement. And then I'm going to try and find these whitetail. The problem is the whitetail are probably moving out, so I'm going to actually hike it fairly quickly down here to see if I can catch them. So I got almost a kilometer to go. Let's see what happens. So if you're wondering about that elk that we just got there, why I'm sort of like not super happy with the 5-star. I mean, it's a 5-star, so that's cool. It's because it was 99.7% or something like that. The max score of all animals are 500, unless they're a bugged animal. And every single year, so take that guy 99% for example, every single year his antlers are going to get bigger, and he'll be the biggest at the end of in the last year of his life. I'm in the middle of a year. If I had waited 2 in-game days, so if I had seen him 2 in-game days from now, I'm in the middle of a year. The next in-game day is the end of a year, and then the day after that is the start of a new year, which he would have grew one more time. He had one more year left in him, and so his 470 score would have went into the upper 490s. He would have been pushing that perfect score. So this is kind of too bad on that one, because those 99s don't, especially the high 99%, so those 99.7s don't come around too much. But that's basically what happened there. He had one more year left to live, and they grow bigger trophy score every single year. And the fitness sets the cap on how big that score will get to the 500. So, anyways, it's still a 5-star. It's just he could have been bigger. One more year. All he needed. 2 more in-game days. But that's the tricky part about it. That's the tricky part. Because you don't know unless the fur really shows. But he did look pretty old. So I couldn't tell if he was in his last year or not. He was still looking pretty old though. So. But he did have one more. He would have looked extra gray probably in the last year. So we got some elk there, but I'm not really too worried about that. I do want to hunt the whitetail, even though we just seen that we can take down an elk with it. The whitetail should be no problem. But maybe we'll take a shot at a whitetail from further out and see how the 30-30 does there. Just so you know that you don't have to switch to the 243 right away if you want like an extra challenge for whatever reason. The 30-30 can still accomplish some good stuff there. Just doesn't have quite the penetration damage, but has that cavity damage to help along. So we're approaching the drink zone of the whitetail. We got some wolves. We're way far away though. I'm not going to worry about the wolves. 30-30 doesn't have too much issue with the wolves. Now, I kind of want to know where these whitetail went. So they would have left. I'm going to check the toolbox and see which direction they went. Maybe we can catch up to them. I don't have any rest zones on here, so I'm going to take a look and see if I can find them. Alright, so it looks like their rest zones are to the north. So we would have passed them while coming in. So it's quite possible that the shot on the elk spooked them if they were at that little lake earlier there. And then they would have gone who knows where. So that's quite possible. I want to check what the deed zone is here, because if it's rare, then no doubt that's what happened. But if this is the often drink zone, then I'm not too sure where in the world they're at. I mean, we've got more elk right here that I just alerted. And maybe I know we don't need to hit another one, but I mean, if they're gonna present themselves, we might as well take a look, see if any big ones are in there. You know, just grab another 5-star, 97%. You know, or 99%, sorry. Alright, let's just see what this zone is. It is their often zone. Alright. Nope, I'm puzzled. I don't know where those whitetail are. They would have went this direction to go to the rest zones, and that's where we came from. So that one's going to be a mystery. It is possible that they did spawn into the rare zone at that pond, though. So, who knows? I wonder if I can get the camera up to see these guys. Maybe try one more elk. Oh, this is a large herd. This one's grown. Oh, I can't get the camera up in here. This one's got a few to it. Nobody's really jumping out here, though. I'm not seeing any great big antlers here on this one. Let's see, maybe we'll get a little bit closer on the camera again. We'll probably trip their alert meter here in a second. If I spook them, still not a big deal. The goal is whitetail. 30-30 is a good whitetail rifle. But if we don't get whitetail, that's what happens too. It is a hunting game. You can't always get what you want. But we did get an awesome elk, so no complaints there. Typically you can get closer to animals these days if there's land in between you, like a hill, so might be able to get even closer. These guys are all small. These guys need to be called out. So we might be using the lure. Oh, there, I spooked them. I was hoping that they would trip, like do the little alert noise there. I was being a little too aggressive. Now this is on the easiest difficulty, so it's just an example. You could still mess up, so don't worry about it. Yeah, the easiest difficulty still has challenges if you don't go super patient, or a little bit patient, anyways. That's what I was counting on, though. I was counting on the alert noise to give me a heads up on them, but they never did. They just ran. Not a big deal, though. I just gotta pick another whitetail group to find. So they're in their resting zone. I mean, we could scoot down to Diamond Drill, see if any of the deer grew up down here. Let's take a look. 30-30, that's mule deer. Whitetail are here. I pulled a 5-star out of this one last time. This one I don't know if it registers down in Diamond Drill. We can just check on the first one. Actually, let's do that. Alright, for this attempt on the whitetail, we're in Diamond Drill. Here's the cabin down here. I can't remember the guy's name. Does it say? Vitkovs? Anyways. They got 2 rest zones. They always rest right close together up here in this little hillside. Problem is the wind's going directly that way. So, we either gotta come from the bottom or come from the top. I don't actually know how to do this approach. It's gonna be tricky. Can we go this way and come around? I guess we're gonna find out. It is half an hour before the rest time, so we're gonna do the old trickaroo of teleporting them here. We're gonna go in here. I thought this stuff all disappeared. I guess it stays there. Okay. Well, I guess I have to decorate his cabin too. Anyways, we're gonna go ahead 1 hour, and that's gonna fly them to their rest zones. Let's go get a whitetail here. So yeah, half a kilometer. They're right down there. Wind's going right at them. How in the world? We're gonna have to go really wide here. Alright, this is a little tricky. The zones are right there. The wind zone's going right at the zones. Typically the wind goes about 140 meters max. I don't think it reaches 150. So we should still be safe. And did I just hear a call? Or is that just me dreaming here? Maybe I was dreaming. I don't see any bubbles. Yeah, so we're gonna scoot up here. Wind's going that way now. It should be okay. I'm gonna keep swinging around. Okay, 200 meters. We've got the high ground, so we can't lose, as OB1 says. We have the high ground, so it's over. It's over for the white-tailed deer. They can't backflip over us at all. I guess it was a front flip, wasn't it? 160 meters wind now that way, so that's good. We've got gray wolf. I'm not going to worry about them. Are these deer even here at this one? Look how heavy this is. This is going to be hard. It is going to be difficult to see. I can't see. Oh, man. Oh, we got another stick break. White-tailed deer. No, that was a call. 120. They are at the first rust zone. Wind is going this way. We're very touchy on the wind. We're going to have to keep going with the wind. And 30, that's good. Gonna be a little aggressive here again. I might end up spooking them again. I don't want to use the collar because I'd rather see them all, but we're not going to get much visibility here. Let's refresh the hunter sense. 110 meters. Man. Okay, there might be an opening coming up here. So if you play on the harder difficulties, you're going to want to sneak slower than this. Playing on hiker, you can get away with the normal crouch. Okay, we're going to get visibility on some of them here. 1 star young. Yeah, I got a call there. We're going to be able to see a few. Not too sure we can get them all. They're all young and adult so far. Here we go. We're getting down level with them. There. Oh, nothing. All young and adult. Wow, that's disappointing for Diamond Drill. Who's over here? Everything's young. Yeah, we might be taking a doe in Diamond Drill. What a waste. I can try to do a low fit call to get one of these guys. I'm not a big fan taking anything that's not mature, but the problem with Diamond Drill is most of them probably will not be below 50%, so they probably won't respond to it, the low fit, but it's possible. So this is going to be the place where the low fit call will help. And then we got a 3-star mature. Completely pointless to try to figure out him. Oh, we got alerts. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to do some calls, unless I just scared them off. No, get your tails down. Get those tails down, get eaten there. 3-star mature. He's not going to be anything. Alright, we're going to try some low fit calls. See if any of them come in here. Alright, so we've done a few calls. I don't think any low fit are going to come out here, because I don't think any of them are low fit. It's Diamond Drill. Usually all high fit. So we're kind of pooched here to try the 30-30 out. I could take the 3-star mature if he's looking old enough, because then he'll be just middle of the road for Diamond Drill. So maybe we'll try and see him. This is going to be rough though. This is challenging hunting in here. I mean, if you're playing on the harder difficulties, this is where you gotta have patience of a crazy person that has lots of patience. Because you just have to do a whole bunch of start and stop and all this. Yeah, there's the alert up. So where's the 3-star? You're yelling at me. If you end up alerting them too much, they start just to leave the area. We'll just take a mature female, maybe. Rifle up. About 100 out. Quarter it in. So that should hit back right lung. They're quartering away. You want to be a little on the back side of the lung so it travels through it some distance. Let's just run up, check out the blood. Alright, what do we got here? Do we got a failed hit? No, we got good. Where is the hit anyways? That was not... Oh, right here? No. Oh, they're at the rare zone. Where's the actual hit? I guess it doesn't really matter. Is it over here? Good lung hit anyways. Yeah, it's right here. Alright, they could take a little bit to go down, so is collector. Take a look at the bullet cam, and then maybe we'll try a moose or something like that real quick. And we'll see. Can't get a 5-star every herd you look for. We got one for this hunt. We'll just take this mature doe as target practice. Some people are concerned about shooting doe in the game as it can lower the population of the animals. It takes an awful lot. You have to take out a lot of doe in a single year to really do much of it. And then even if you do, it just takes down one, like the herd population will just, like per herd, just drop one animal or so. And then they'll come back again after you stop shooting hundreds of does. So don't worry about it too much. If there's nothing else to hit in the herd, then I just take down a mature doe just for target practice and science purposes. Alright, so she's right up here somewhere, right there. Yep, let's take a look. So yeah, I always like to predict the shot before I look, because I find it's better practice if you visualize the shot beforehand, then visualize the shot after, and then you can sort of compare when you actually see the bullet cam. So it was quartering away slightly, so it's good to aim slightly back into the lung so you travel through. So I think it is slightly upper half, right lung, just above the middle part of the lung, in the back, upper a little bit. Let's take a look and see. The 30-30 can be off too. Its grouping's not that tight, but it's only 100 meters out. Just should be pretty accurate. That I do. Higher than I thought and farther back than I thought. I had predicted down here to the right. Still, I don't want to be any farther back than that though. So too far back on that shot. You want to do something a little lower in here. You can also do the heart shot from there. Just I'm not too sure with the 30-30 if you should be trying the heart shots, but it would probably work. Yeah, the heart shot would probably work on the 30-30. So you do that, but yeah, not the best placement there, but still coming in from the back of the lung. Still good to come in from the back instead of up here at the front where you can cut in too short. Yeah, and you're coming from the back, you always have the chance for the heart if you aim low. Anyways, there we go. 30-30 doing the job. 50-50, half of it's pen, half of it's cavity. As I mean, the 30-30 requires the cavity damage to do to knock out the organs, so it doesn't have a lot of penetration to it, like penetration damage. So there we go. So what we're going to be doing now is the video is going longer, but I should be able to locate a moose fairly quickly, and we'll just see if we can take that guy down. Okay, we are up in the swamplands, private lands in the northeast here, going for some moose. There is a moose herd that sits in the top right corner. Blunk. It is, we went into their feed time, so they have a feed zone right on the icon here pretty much, and one down here. Wind going to the northeast, so we're going to go with the wind and swing around after that. And that is the plan. 700 meters is going to take a bit of a... Whoa! Which ones are you? I don't think I brought the moose call, did I? Interesting. Who are they? What? Oh, these guys must have a feed zone here. Alright. I want to look at the other guys, though. Oh, the wind. The wind's right on them. I mean, that's not a great shot for the 30-30. Not a great shot at all. So I'm not too concerned because I still want to see them. Who knows what fitness he's at. I don't have the call with me. 2-star mature. He's probably okay to take. But with the wind going there, I can't really set up a nice 30-30 shot. I don't want to be chasing them around. So I'm going to keep going on my original plan here. I'll swing around and try and see the other ones. That is what we'll do. Alright, so we're up at the final destination. The other feed zone, they weren't there. Now they're at this one. They're coming out to see me, I think. I was looking at them in the little photo mode. But it's like a younger bull and 2 cows, so it's not anything great. And I don't have the call, and I've got this wall of bushes in the way. So not too sure how we're going to try out the 30-30 here. Kinda not giving us the best scenario here. I've done this before. This was like one of the popular videos of the past. Actually, I've probably done it a couple times. 30-30 versus moose. Yeah, they're through here. So there's the bull. Where's the cows gone? Because probably one of them as the ballistics gel test here. Oh, there's one right here. No collar. There, oh, here we go. Well, I might be able to do this. It's a mature one right there. It's close. Okay, it doesn't seem to be messing up with the bushes. Man, I don't know about this. Oh, it's dark, hard to see. Back in the lung. I don't think we can reach heart. Eek. Let's give it a go. Oh, she got by before I got the second one off. Alright. We'll check the blood. I don't know. That was really dark. This scope darkens everything. So we'll check that blood. I don't hold much hope for that, though. She wasn't a heavy quartering away, but she was quartering away enough. Where I don't think I'm going to get a whole lot of penetration into that lung or cavity damage into that lung. Here it is. How'd we do? Well, isn't that something? 30-30 did it again. I guess don't underestimate this rifle. Alright, on this beautiful evening in Nez. So, we're just going to come back here. We're going to give him a few minutes to bleed out there, and we'll pick her up. See how the 30-30 did with the bullet cam. Here she is. Let's take a look at the 30-30. So only one shot landed there, so that would be... Well, I don't even know which way she's facing. She's left, so back entry into the left lung. Nope, mid. Still not bad, though. Well, it is back a bit, so no, that's a fine shot. Right into that rib again. Like, it's... that rib bone's taking a lot of energy out of that 30-30, and it's still getting the job done. I'm actually quite surprised. I thought this one would be a failed shot if it hit a rib. Still okay, though. Looks like the lung bulges out a bit to the back. So that is probably the right spot, because it gets right through there to it as soon as possible. The flesh starts way back here, though. You can see where the flesh starts on it. So the flesh starts right way back here, bunk, like right there. So it's got a great deal of distance to go. There's the bone, and then it enters the lung right in there. So yeah, it traveled quite a ways into that lung, actually. Alright, so 30-30 did well. There we are. Alright, so that was a very good hunt indeed with the 30-30. I had hunted a lot with the 30-30. It performed reasonably well in the past. And yeah, my goal was a whitetail elk and a moose. Looks like we did okay on that front, sort of. We did get at least one of each. And it actually performed really well in all instances, better than I thought it was gonna. So that one's kind of a little surprising to me there on that quartering away moose, but yep, don't be afraid of using the 30-30. It'll do the job well. Just gotta, you know, it's not very forgiving. You gotta make sure that cavity damage gets in there because the penetration damage isn't enough. And it's you know, it's a good rifle to practice shot placement once you've gotten used to it. I always recommend using the heavier calibers for learning shot placement, and move your way down to the less energetic cartridges anyways. But that's going to be it for this video, so we're going to close it off here. Thanks very much for watching. Everybody enjoy hunting, and see you in the next one. Take care.